Do you know how much it costs to replace a catalytic converter? Between $300 and $800, depending on the car. And the part nobody tells you is that the majority of the ones that get damaged because of things the car owner does every day without knowing it. Today I'm going to show you 6, and I bet that more than one you are doing right now yourself. The last of the 6 is the most expensive, and when that one appears, there's nothing left to do. Cause 1. The daily habit. Short trips. Before talking about mechanics, I want to ask you something. What do you normally use the car for? To the supermarket? To drop the kids off at school? 5 minutes to work and back? If your answer is that, you have to listen to this. The catalytic converter needs heat to function. A lot of heat. We're talking about it having to reach a very high temperature to be able to do its job, which is cleaning the gases that come out of the engine before they exit through the exhaust. The problem is that the engine takes several minutes to warm up. And while that happens, the catalytic converter is receiving gases that it can't process well yet. If your trip lasts less than 10 minutes, the catalytic converter never reached temperature, and what didn't get cleaned stayed, stuck in the interior mesh. One short trip, nothing happens. But imagine doing that every day, for months, for years. That mesh gets clogged little by little, so slowly that the car keeps running normal, until one day, it doesn't run anymore. It's like a kitchen sink strainer that you never clean the grease off of. One day it passes, 2 days it passes. By the month, it no longer drains. And here, what hurts people the most when they find out. This happens the same to a new car as to a 10-year-old one. It doesn't matter the brand or the model. If you only do short trips, you are shortening the life of the catalytic converter. A new catalytic converter can cost between $300 and $800. The reason they get damaged ahead of time, in many cases, is simply that the car was used for 5-minute trips every day. Nothing more than that. But short trips are only the beginning. The second cause comes from something that many cars already have failing right now, and that is generating small explosions inside the engine that the catalytic converter is paying for. Small explosions inside the engine. Cause 2. Spark plugs in bad condition. A quick question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. When was the last time you changed the spark plugs on your car? If you don't remember, or if you've gone more than 2 years without doing it, it's very probable that right now they are doing damage to the catalytic converter. Even though the car runs fine, even though you don't notice anything strange. Spark plugs have a very simple job. Create the spark that ignites the gasoline inside the engine. But when they are worn out, that spark fails. Not always, not completely, but enough for part of the gasoline to not burn. And that gasoline that didn't burn, where does it go? It exits through the exhaust, and on the way, it passes through the catalytic converter. Here is where something happens that surprises a lot of people. That unburned gasoline doesn't simply pass through. It ignites inside the catalytic converter. It generates a brutal temperature, much higher than what the catalytic converter can handle. And when that happens repeatedly, the ceramic mesh that is inside the catalytic converter starts to melt, to crack, until it collapses. When the mesh collapses, there's no cleaning that's worth anything. There's no liquid, there's no trick. It's physical damage, it has no repair. Spark plugs cost between $15 and $50 depending on the car. The catalytic converter they destroy can cost 20 times more. And the reason why many people don't change them in time is simply because the car runs fine. Yes, it runs fine today, but there's something that is not seen and not heard that is already doing damage. Mechanics see it all the time. Someone arrives at the shop because the car lost power, and when they check, the catalytic converter is melted on the inside, and the original cause was spark plugs that were worth $25. What I just told you has to do with what happens when the gasoline doesn't burn well. But the next cause produces the same problem for a completely different reason. And this one already has to do with how the engine is mixing the fuel. For a completely different reason. Cause 3. Dirty injectors and failing sensors. Does your car use more gasoline than it used to before? Do you go less far with the same tank? Do you notice that it gives you less range? If the answer is yes, there's something happening inside the engine that is also hitting the catalytic converter directly. And the majority of people ignore it because the symptom seems like only a performance problem. For an engine to function well, it needs an exact mixture of air and gasoline. Not too much gasoline, nor too little. When that proportion breaks and there is too much gasoline, the engine can't burn everything that is entering it. What's left over exits through the exhaust. And it arrives at the catalytic converter. What causes that? Mainly two things. The first are dirty injectors. The injectors are the ones that put the gasoline into the engine in very precise amounts. When they are dirty or worn out, they start putting in more fuel than they should, and the engine can no longer burn all of that. The second are the sensors. The car has sensors that tell the computer how much air is entering the engine and how much oxygen is in the outgoing gases. When any of those sensors reports incorrectly, the computer thinks it needs more gasoline, and it sends it. And the catalytic converter receives that excess again and again. The most dangerous thing about this is that it occurs in a gradual way. The car doesn't shut off, it doesn't knock, it simply starts consuming a little more and a little more, until one day the check engine light appears and the diagnosis says the catalytic converter failed. By then, it's already been receiving damage for months. Cleaning an injector can cost between $20 and $40. Replacing the catalytic converter that dirty injector destroyed can cost between $300 and $700. The difference between those two numbers is exactly what it costs to not do maintenance on time. Everything I've told you up to here comes from the gasoline, but the next cause has nothing to do with the fuel. It comes from another liquid of the engine, one that is supposed to never leave where it is, and when it leaves, the damage it does is much more silent. A liquid that should never leave. Cause 4. Burning oil. Does your car consume oil between change and change? Do you have to add oil more often than normal? If the answer is yes, listen to this carefully, because what is happening to the engine is also happening to the catalytic converter, and the second is more expensive to resolve than the first. The engine oil should never reach the cylinders. It has its own channels, its own spaces, but when certain internal pieces wear out, the valve seals, the piston rings, the oil starts to filter toward where the gasoline burns. When that happens, the oil burns together with the fuel and produces carbon, soot, black deposits that exit through the exhaust, and those deposits go to give themselves exactly to the catalytic converter. Unlike unburned gasoline, this doesn't generate extreme heat. It does something worse. It deposits slowly in the interior mesh of the catalytic converter, like tar. Like if someone little by little were filling a sponge with asphalt. After a while, the mesh can no longer let the gases pass through. The pressure in the exhaust rises. The car loses power. And when you finally arrive at the shop, they tell you the catalytic converter is completely clogged. But here comes what hurts people the most. When there is oil burning, first you have to repair what is causing the leak, which can cost between $200 and $500. And on top of that, replace the catalytic converter. 2 bills at the same time. There's a very simple way to know it. Start the car cold one morning and observe the smoke that exits through the exhaust. If it's white and thin and disappears fast, it's normal condensation. Nothing's happening. If it's bluish, grayish, or smells different, that is oil burning, and it's the signal that the catalytic converter is already receiving damage. There's something that makes this cause more common in the United States than in other countries, and it has to do with something that you decide every time you fill up with gasoline. Something that you decide at the gas station. Cause 5. Poor quality gasoline. I'm going to say something that is going to make more than one person uncomfortable. In the United States, not all gasoline is equal. And I'm not talking about regular versus premium. I'm talking about something that impacts directly how long your catalytic converter lasts, and that the majority were never explained. Gasoline has substances that, in high quantities, are poison for the catalytic converter. The most important is sulfur. Imagine that the catalytic converter is like a very fine coffee filter. It works perfectly with clean water, but if every day you pour water with sand into it, that sand gets embedded in the pores. It doesn't clog it from one day to the next. It renders it useless little by little until one day the coffee no longer passes through. That's what sulfur does. The catalytic converter has very fine metals in its interior that do the chemical reaction to clean the gases. Sulfur reacts with those metals and poisons them. It covers them, renders them useless. And every tank of low-quality gasoline is one more dose. But there's a second factor that many people ignore, the octane rating. There are cars that ask for premium gasoline. It's not a whim of the brand. It's a technical requirement of the engine. When you put regular in an engine that asks for premium, the engine starts to make internal detonations. that rattling sound when you accelerate that many people ignore, thinking that's just how it sounds. Those detonations produce incomplete combustion, unburned gasoline. You already know what happens after that. So putting regular in a car that asks for premium is not just a performance issue, it's a direct cause of damage to the catalytic converter. And the damage it does costs between $300 and $800 to repair, just for not checking what gasoline the manual asks for. Tell me in the comments, what gasoline do you put in your car and which one does the manual ask for? I'm curious to know how many are using regular in a car that asks for premium. Everything I told you up to here has a solution. You change the spark plugs, you clean the injectors, you fix the oil leak, you look for better gasoline. But the last cause, that one has no solution for the catalytic converter. When that appears, the part is dead. And the most dangerous thing is that the majority of people who have it at this moment don't know it yet. The part is dead and they don't know it yet. Cause 6. Leaked coolant. Everything I told you before has a fix. Spark plugs, you change them and done. Injectors, you clean them and done. Oil, you repair the leak. Gasoline, you change it. But this that I'm going to tell you now is different. Because when this happens to the catalytic converter, there's no fix. There's no cleaning. There's no trick. The part already died. And what makes this so dangerous is that it comes disguised as something that seems minor. The engine has a coolant liquid that circulates inside to control the temperature. That liquid has its own completely sealed channels. It should never leave from there. But there's a failure, the blown head gasket, that breaks that seal. And when that happens, the coolant starts to filter toward where the gasoline burns. It mixes with the combustion. It exits through the exhaust in the form of white vapor, and that vapor arrives at the catalytic converter. What the coolant does to the catalytic converter is not clog it or overheat it. It's worse. It coats the interior mesh with a layer that permanently kills the metals that make the catalytic converter work. There's no temperature that cleans it. There's no product that dissolves it. That mesh is rendered useless forever. But wait, because there's still more. This failure also damages the oxygen sensor. The car's computer starts to receive incorrect information. The engine enters emergency mode. And by the time you arrive at the shop with the check engine on and the car without power, the bill already includes the head gasket, which can cost between $250 and $750, plus the sensor, between $50 and $120, plus the catalytic converter, all at the same time. An expense that could have been avoided if it had been detected in time. There are 4 signals that warn you before it's too late. The first, white and thick smoke through the exhaust that doesn't disappear even though the car is already hot. In cold, it can be normal, but if that smoke continues after 10 or 15 minutes running, it's a red signal. The second, the antifreeze level goes down, but there are no puddles under the car. If the coolant disappears without a visible leak, it's going toward the inside of the engine. The third, the oil has a light brown color, like chocolate milk. That means the coolant is mixing with the oil. It's a very serious signal. The fourth, the engine temperature goes up and down without apparent reason. The needle moves when it shouldn't. If you have even one of these signals, don't drive tomorrow without checking. Seriously, because every kilometer with this active is damage that accumulates. Look, the majority of catalytic converters that get damaged before their time don't get damaged because of old age. They get damaged because the car was used for short trips every day, because the spark plugs had been 2 years asking to be changed, because the gasoline was the cheapest one, because nobody noticed that the oil had a strange color. The catalytic converter doesn't warn you. It doesn't make noise. It doesn't fail suddenly. It just keeps dying slowly, silently, while you believe everything is fine. And when the car finally tells you something is wrong, it's already too late to avoid the expense. Now you know it. And knowing this, applying it, can be the difference between a $30 maintenance today and an $800 bill tomorrow. And if you already have the check engine on and you think the catalytic converter might be clogged, don't replace it yet. Watch the next video first. There's a way to clean it that costs less than $10. I'll explain it to you there.